me just put the laptop on, I'll show you. It's a 4-hour order block. You understand? We mitigated it right over here. We mitigated it, but it didn't hold. It didn't hold. You could have said what? It held for a day, but it didn't hold. Remember, guys, we are used to order blocks breaking structure after structure after structure after structure. You understand? We used to, an order block used to hold and we would create new highs. That's not the case anymore. I'm not saying that they don't hold. I never said that. What I'm saying is they don't work anymore. They don't hold the way they used to hold. They're not holding. You understand? They're not holding the way they used to hold. We're all retail traders. That's what I'm saying. The order block didn't hold. It was supposed, order blocks used to break highs, guys. Order blocks used to, we used to create new highs off an order block. We used to kill markets, man. It would be a whole new direction in the market when an order block, when price used to come to an order block. But it doesn't happen anymore. There it is for yourself. This never used to take place before. Never. It never used to take place before. A 4-hour order block, right? A 4-hour order block gets tapped into. Right? A 4-hour order block gets tapped into. And this is what price does. It never used to. It never used to do this. Never. I'm not saying that the order block, didn't hold. I'm saying that it doesn't do what it used to do. Because this is what happened. We are used to order blocks doing this. We are used to order blocks doing this and breaking structure after structure after structure, creating new highs. Order blocks are not doing that anymore. You get me? Order blocks, that's what I was saying. They're catching up to us. Now we have this order block. Should we see if it holds? You understand? Now we have this order block and we're expecting price to, if price comes into this level for it to hold. It broke structure. It's not like it didn't break. Here at this level, we took out a structure. It's not like we didn't. We did. And it's not like they didn't mitigate this order block. They did. It's just that this order block doesn't hold. Order blocks are not holding the way they used to. I'm just saying order blocks are not holding the way they used to. If we go back in time, an order block like this would have created a new high. If we go back in time and we look at how strong order blocks used to be, then you would understand what I'm talking about. No, I'm serious. I'm not playing with you guys. Price can be bearish and can change at any time. You guys aren't getting this. Price can be bearish and change at any given time. You understand? Price can be bearish and change at any given time. We can have a change of character at any given time. We're in a downtrend, but a downtrend can turn into an uptrend at any given time. That's what I'm saying. Guys, you're arguing with me, right? For crying out loud, how many millions have I made off this market? How many millions have I made off this market? And you're arguing with me. A person who can't even make 500 Rand on a market is arguing with a person who makes millions off a market, who has one losing trade out of 200, and you're still arguing with me. You clearly got, some of you guys just think you know it all. Right? And then a lot of people are expecting this whole move, right? People are expecting this move. We've been taught that price should retrace to the 50 level, but it broke right through. So what are they going to do? They're going to create they're going to create a new low. Why? Because you're going to say, oh no, they didn't take out the high. Right? So you're going to say they didn't take out they didn't take out this high. Or but did price not go bearisher? Could it have not been a situation where price bounced off this level and went up? Could that have not been a situation? It could have. Price can change at any given time. Price can change at any given time, but it didn't. Price can reverse right at this level and go up. But now what we have been taught doesn't really work anymore. That's what I'm saying. That's what you guys are not getting. That is what I'm saying. They are changing. They're changing things. All of these guys with these negative comments, bro, you guys can't even trade, but you want to argue with me. You can't even trade to save your life, but you want to argue with me. You're probably the same people who come in and tell me, listen, what's Nasdaq's bias today? And then you want to argue with me. Like the same person who's made millions, you want to argue with him. Like, it doesn't make sense. You want to argue with someone who you can clearly see makes money from what he does. You want to argue with the same person that you can clearly see makes money from what he does. So clearly he's doing something right and you're not. So stop arguing and get the learning. Stop arguing and get the learning. Stop arguing with me. Get the fucking learning. I'm telling you. I'm not arguing with you. I'm fucking telling you that this is what's happening. You understand? You want to come, the same person that blows a 500 an account wants to come to a person who makes millions. Come on. Come on. Doesn't make sense. Does that make sense to you? It doesn't make sense. Like, it's the same as you arguing with a person. You get into a restaurant and you want to tell this person that's not how to make a certain meal, when this motherfucker is the chef. When this motherfucker has been doing this for the past 25 years, you just stepped into this industry and you want to tell this person that what he's doing is wrong. What he's doing isn't true. That's basically what you're doing. You're telling a person who has made millions in this industry, that he doesn't know what he's doing. Does that make sense to you? Does that make sense to you? It doesn't make sense to you. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, you're going to go tell this person, listen, that's not how you mop. When this person is a fucking cleaner and he's been there for 10 years cleaning and it's been working for him. So something is right. It's working for him. And then you want to come there with your 5 days experience and say, no, that's not it, buddy. No, that's not it. Like, it doesn't make sense. Get to the learning. Stop arguing. Get to the learning. I'm telling you this. I'm not even going to argue with you. I'm telling you that this is starting to happen. But it's true. You can't argue with a person who's been in this industry. You've just, you're just starting to fucking crawl. You're a newborn baby. You're starting to crawl. Marco's been here in this industry. He's been through the shit you're still going to go through. He's been through all of that. He's been through the fire. He's been through the fire, but you're still here saying, nope, that doesn't work. Nope, that doesn't work. Nope, that's not right. Because what? You've watched 5, 10, 15 YouTube videos? Do you think everything they're teaching there is right? Do you think everything they're teaching there is right? Like, I can't go argue with a person who's been in something for longer than I have, unless I have factual evidence, factual facts that show that this person doesn't know what he's talking about. Now you're insulting us. Well, if the shoe fits, wear it. If the shoe fits, wear it. Don't come here and say, oh, now you're insulting us. If you feel the shoe fits, fucking wear it. Simple as that. If the shoe fits, then wear it. I'm not catching feelings. I'm literally trying to show you guys something and you guys are like, no, it doesn't work. I'm telling you. I'm not arguing with you. I'm not trying to explain this to you. I'm fucking telling you that it doesn't work. I am telling you. You get me? I am telling you this. I'm not letting you know. I am telling you factual understandings of the market, and as much as I know, and I know a fucking lot. You understand? It's the same people that are saying it doesn't work, but yet you've seen me live show you where the market's gonna go, and it goes exactly to where I say it goes. So clearly I know something that you don't know, or clearly something's working for me. I mean, if I can show you live that it's going to come here, oh, it's going to go up here, oh, it's going to come down, no, it's going to take this liquidity out, and it does that in your face live. Last week we did it live. I showed you where this market was going to go for the past 4 hours, 5 hours we were on a live, and I was telling you exactly what movement this market was going to make, and it made every single movement. Clearly I know something. I can't come up and tell you what a market's going to do if I didn't know anything. So start listening and get the fucking work in. Don't argue with me. Get the work in. You understand? You've watched 5, 10, 15 videos. Good for you. Have you back tested them like I did? Have you back tested everything you've learned like I did? Did you have sleepless nights like I did? No, you didn't. So trust me when I tell you that certain things are stopping to work. Oh no, I don't have to convince you. You'll see the proof. I don't need to convince you that SMF is going to work. You may not even know about SMF. It might just be a mentorship thing. You'll never know about it. And the reason they'll never tell you about it, because if they do tell you about it, they're shooting themselves in the foot. If I teach it in the mentorship, who would want to reveal it if it works 100%? If this is actually, wow, oh my gosh, this is it. This is amazing. This actually works every time. And we back test it and you get 100 trades and you find out 98 go through. Are you going to share that knowledge with people when this person tells you, like, listen, don't share that knowledge, because if you share that knowledge, they're going to start manipulating those moves. Don't share the knowledge. Do you think they're going to share the knowledge? Do you really think they're going to share the knowledge? They're not going to share the knowledge. So you might never find out about SMF, and I couldn't care less whether you do or don't. But at the end of the day, those who want to get the learning will get the learning. It's as simple as that. I'm not trying to convince anybody to get onto SMF. I'm just telling you that I found something that works. Whether you believe it or don't believe it, that's up to you. I don't eat, you understand? What you eat doesn't make me shit. Why could I care less? Think about it. What you eat doesn't make me shit. Why am I caring? If you want to get the learning, you get the learning. If you don't want to get the learning, don't get the fucking learning. I'm not putting a gun to your head. You understand? I'm not putting a gun to your head. I'm not putting a gun to your head. It's knowledge. You want the knowledge? You don't want the knowledge? That's up to you. It's up to you. I mean, it's as simple as this. You don't see the teacher kissing your ass in class. You need to do this. You have to do this. Oh my gosh, please do this. I'll buy you whatever you want if you do it. She doesn't give a fuck about you, just like I don't. If you don't want to learn, don't fucking learn. If you don't want to, if you don't want to better your future, or if you don't want to better your understanding in the Forex industry, it's not. I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less. You want to learn, you don't want to learn. It's almost like you think I care whether you want to learn or don't want to learn. Like, it benefits me in no way. Whether you learn or you don't learn, it benefits me in no fucking way. No way whatsoever. It doesn't benefit me. You want to learn, you don't want to learn. It does nothing to me. You understand? It does nothing to me. If you don't want to learn, don't learn. If you want to learn, get the learning. If you don't want to learn, don't fucking learn. So now we have this, and someone's going to tell me, no, this is not an order block. I know someone's going to come there and be like, that's not an order block, Marco. That's not an order block, right? I'm waiting for that. Someone's going to be like, oh my gosh, Marco, that's not an order block. That's not a real order block, Marco. You don't know what you're talking about. That's not a real order block. That is not an order block, Marco. You are lying to us. I know someone's going to come there and be like, no, Marco, that is not an order block. What? No, not an order block. Not at all. No, that's not an order block, Marco. What the hell? That's not an order block. That's not gonna hold. It's not an order block, Marco. What? No, Marco, that's not an order block. Well, that's not what we've learned. They didn't teach us. They said it's the last down candle before the up move. Right? That breaks structure. Oh, it broke structure. But it doesn't hold. Oh my God, that's because it's not an order block. No, but now think about it. So this order block won't hold, but yet we've got liquidity at the top over here. Right, we've got liquidity over here. We've got this break of structure over here that was then tested before price continued back up off a breaker. Now, when this order block doesn't hold, they're going to be like, no, Marco, that was not an order block. Right? When price breaks right through here, literally right through here, right through, they're going to be like, no, Marco, no, that was not an order block. And I'm telling you that that's an order block. No, Marco, it's not an order block. It didn't hold. Right? No, Marco. No way. That's not an order. That is not an order block, Marco. It didn't hold. No, Marco, that order block's not going to hold. I'm telling you that order block's not going to hold. I'm telling you that order block is not going to fucking hold. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm telling you that order block is not going to hold. They're going to break right through it. And then you're going to be like, oh no, Marco, but that wasn't an order block. Clearly that wasn't an order block. No, never. That's not an order block. No, what? No, never. No, that's not an order block. Right? It depends on how it was broken. This is the end of a movement. This is the end of a movement. This order block should at least hold to somewhere here. At least. I'm telling you, this order block's going to come here. If even here. Maybe here. And then drop. Did that order block hold? No, it didn't. Because we expecting price, order blocks used to hold where price would make a fucking reversal. People don't get it. I'm not saying the order block doesn't hold in terms of, you know, there won't be a slight increase in price. No, of course there will. But it's not doing what we used to it doing. We used to it doing shit like this. It doesn't do that anymore. Order blocks don't do this anymore. We used to take order blocks as that's the next movement. This is the next movement that is going to create a new high. That's what I'm saying. This order block's going to do that. We're going to have a bit of a consolidation over here. We'll have a bit of a consolidation over there. Price will come down to this order block. Then come back up. So we'll have a consolidation. Price will come down to this order block. Go back up and then break. Now look at that. Someone said market is creating a double bottom. That double bottom will not hold. That same double bottom you're talking about is not going to hold. Then now all of a sudden, now double bottoms don't work. But it's as simple as this. I can tell you right now why this order block won't hold. It won't even create it won't even break this structure. It won't even break that structure. And it's a 4-hour order block. We're expecting it to hold. Daily order blocks don't even do shit anymore, right? What I'm saying is that we need to look at the structure. Price made a high, a low. A high, a low. A failed high to the previous high, so a low. Whether there's order blocks or no order blocks, nothing is going to take out the structure. Nothing is going to take out the structure. Structure is key. We're going to fail this high. We already failed that high. Right? And then from here, you'll find out that price then decides to reverse. But that same order block that we're expecting to hold doesn't fucking hold. That's what I'm telling you guys. You don't get it. Now I hope you get it. That same order block won't hold. That same order block that you're expecting to get a nice buy off will not hold. Before, we never used to do that. You see, this person saying we'll look for another supply zone. We never used to do that. They used to hold every single, not every single order block, but the higher time frame order blocks used to hold like nobody's business. They used to hold. We would expect, soon as everybody would be waiting at this level to fucking new highs. Before, everybody would be waiting at this level for new highs. That's what we would be doing. But forget about it. Not anymore. Not anymore. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. You understand? What I'm saying is NAS could have went bullish. Right? Because if we look at the structure, price went up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So basically all we were doing over here was generating liquidity, liquidating that liquidity, generating liquidity, liquidating that liquidity, generating liquidity, liquidating that liquidity. Right? So we generated, liquidated. Now all of a sudden, price shows bullish movement. This is what we were supposed to be able to see, right? Was the fact that that took place. If that didn't take place, right? If that didn't take place, this is what was supposed to happen. Price was supposed to go up, Price was supposed to go up, down, up. But that didn't take place. But that doesn't mean that price was still going to continue lower, right? Because price could have come and retested the golden zone, and then what happens? Price starts making its way back up. But we didn't get that because your order blocks don't hold anymore. Your order blocks don't hold for shit anymore. You understand? Your order blocks don't hold for shit anymore. This is a 4 hour. This is a 4 hour chart. Imagine. We have this order block. Right? Now we have this order block. But let's be honest. It's an order block, but are they really coming? Think about this. Are they really coming to this order block? Are they really coming to this order block? Or is this just a method and the only reason price comes back in is because we actually just have this imbalance over here? Maybe is that the reason? Because there's this, you must remember that on a lower time frame, right? On a lower time frame, this is all imbalance. From here to here is imbalance, right? So now all of a sudden, price comes in to this level, right? And then pushes away. My question is, were they coming to this order block that we now know of, or were they just coming to clear out the imbalance? Think about that for a second. Think about that for a second. Look at that chart. This is an order block. This is an order block. We had this imbalance at this level. Price took out the structure. That is an order block. Right? Right? That's an order block. Is it an order block or is it literally just an imbalance? Is it just an imbalance? And were we lied to about order blocks? Because this is an order block. Look at this, guys. Look at this. This is an order block. Right? This is an order block. But regardless, price was still going to come to this level. Regardless, price was always going to still tap into this level at 50% of this order block. Price was still going to tap into that level. So it's an order block, but there's an imbalance that creates the order block. The only reason it's an order block is because there's an imbalance within that order block. This is something they can't take away. This is something they created, but this insufficiency in price, that they can't take away. Let's say we didn't know about order blocks and we only knew about insufficiency in price. Right? Are they still not tapping into that order block? Let's look at this. I want you guys to look at this. Here is an order block. Right. That's an order block. Right? Right. That's an order block. Okay. So we have this order block sitting at this level right now, currently. Right. Okay. So we have this order block. Now, is it the order block that is holding, or regardless of the order block, there was still an insufficiency in price? So regardless of whether this order block was here, price was either or going to come to this level, regardless. So you need to ask yourself now, right? Have they been lying to us? Because every order block looks like this. We have the last up candle before the down move, but there needs to be an insufficiency in price. Why? Because it's that insufficiency in price that they buy into. So my question is, are they going and buying into an order block, right? Or are they literally just coming into insufficiency? It's not the last up candle before the down move. It's not every up candle before the down move. It's not. And it's not every down candle before the up move. It's not. There's a certain element to what an order block is. There needs to be an imbalance between the three candles. It's an order flow situation. There's three candles. There needs to be a engulfing candle in order for that order block to be called an order block. It's not the last up candle before the down move. And that's what we've been taught. You understand? That's what we've been taught. You see this? Right? This is the last up candle before the down move. And it held. But it's not an order block. That's the last up candle before the down move. It held, but it's not an order block. Why did it hold? Because there was insufficiency in price regardless. Price had to make its way up here regardless, and that's why they tapped into this level the very first time. They tapped into this level the very first time because there was insufficiency in price. Price was insufficient to the market because that is not an order block. No, I know you guys have been watching videos and they keep telling you that it's the last up candle before the down move. Right? That breaks structure. But that, I'm telling you now, is not an order block. A definition of an order block is not that. You get me? This here is an order block. Now, my thing is, look at this. Why is this an order block? Because the next candle engulfed and left an imbalance. So that is now an order block. The reason maybe this held was because it was just a supply zone. Imbalance validates an order block 100%. You understand? The only reason price came above here, right? The only reason price came above here was because we had equal highs. There was no other reason for them to come here. This is the only reason they tapped into this level. That's the only reason they tapped into that level. They were equal highs. Same reason over here. There was no order block. Price didn't reverse from this level. It was liquidity. There was no other reason for them to tap in. They tapped in because there was liquidity sitting at that level. But this over here, that there, that was the efficiency in price. Right? But now my question is, right? How did this, if anybody can answer me this, I will be so happy. How did price reverse? Why did price reverse from this level? Why did price reverse at this level? Is that an order block? Is that an order block? Is that an order block? I want to, yes or no, is that an order block? No. You're not answering me. Is this an order block? Why is it not an order block? Did they not mitigate this? We've been taught this last up candle before the down move. Hold on. Have we not been taught that this is it's the last up candle before the down move that breaks structure? Have we not been taught that that is an order block? Have we not been taught on many YouTubes that it's the last up candle before the down move that breaks a structure? There it is over there. There we go. There's the structure. Last up candle, down move, takes out that structure. Price comes back, mitigates, and price starts to fall. But is that an order block? Simple yes or no. Was that an order block? We've been taught it's the last up candle before the down move that takes out the previous low. Price went up, price came down, price went up, price came down, took out this low. Whether it was a liquidity sweep, whatever the case is, was it an order block? And if it's an order block, how is it an order block? Whatever if we just went on structure? What happened if we just went on structure? And we had to say, by all means, this is a supply zone. And basically at this level, every time price came to this level, price retraced. However though, right? Price failed this level. So basically what's happening over here is, if we're going to just look at structure, price went down, went up, right? Went down. So now it's almost like price is trying to show you that it's failing highs, but also failing lows. And what does this mean? It means it's building up to a liquidity sweep. So what does it do? It gets buyers in the market. Why? Because buyers are so fucking gullible and stupid that they believe that if price doesn't take out the next low, price will create a high, higher than the previous high. Correct, 100%. That would just be a scalp though, right? The original market direction is still bullish. I mean, sorry, the original market direction is still bearish. Right? The original market is still bearish. Right? The original market is still bearish. So now what happens? They generate liquidity, price goes up, creates a high, everybody believes that price is going to come down, create a lower high. What does it do? Comes lower. So what was this? This was just a generation of liquidity. They just generated liquidity. Now, price goes up, same thing happened. Price goes down, we have buyers. Price goes up, right? Price goes down, we have buyers. We liquidate those early sellers, right? Then what happened? Price comes down, buyers. Price goes up, but what did we do? What have we done? We've come to the same zone that has continued to make this market collapse. So what do you think is going to happen? You still think that the market's going to hold? Just because there's an order block over there? Do you really think that the market is going to hold just because there's a fucking order block over there? Ask yourself that. Do you really think that the market's going to hold at a level that is so strong just because there's an order block over there? What happened? Price shoots right down. But you could see that this was going to happen. Why? Because if we're looking at the overall structure now, and this is just working with structure, price made a high, a low, and soon as they made a high, higher than this high, but fell that high, this was clearly just a liquidity sweep. And that's why price then made a low. Because they got everybody excited, believing that price is going to go up. Because why? Price went down, right? And then everybody thought maybe this is going to be a reversal where price is now going to do something like this. And price will then reverse. Everybody was looking at this move. Everybody was thinking this was going to take place. right? Everybody thought this was going to take place. But they failed this level. I wouldn't be looking to buy this market at all. I wouldn't even consider it if they didn't take out this level. So what did they do? They got buyers excited, right? And then they liquidated those same buyers that they got excited. But that's basically what they did. They created this high. Market went up. Market came down. Right? This was the high that we were looking to be respected. And as long as market continues to respect this high, regardless of even if the market comes here to a fucking order block or a breaker, right? I'm not buying until price breaks this high. So even if price came here and pretended like it was going to give us some kind of change of character, I would still have sold. Because the structure of this market looks like this. High, right? High, low, high, low. And then high, low. It doesn't matter what order block is sitting at what level, structure is king. Structure is king. We add a daily order block. That same daily order block won't even hold. Where's our daily order block? Let's look at our daily order block. Now, if you look, is price really coming to this daily order block? Or is price going to break through it because all it really needed to do was fill in this imbalance? You do the maths. So now when price taps into this order block that we have over here, right? When price taps into this order block, were they tapping into the order block, or were they literally just tapping into the imbalance? Think about this. Look at this chart quickly. Look at it carefully. Right? Why? What was the reason for them to come down? Let's look at this. Like, if you can get this, it's going to really help you. What was the reason when price went up, right? And they created this order block, right? My question is, what was the reason? What was the reason for them to come lower? Even if we knew nothing about order blocks, guys, take this and understand this. Even if we knew nothing about order blocks, there was still an insufficiency in price that needed to be filled. Regardless, they would tap into the same place that everybody's telling us is an order block. Because this is an order block. Get this, guys, please get this. This is an order block. Right? Now we're saying that price is mitigating this order block, and then price goes up. And then price comes down. Right. My thing is that an order block, or have they just been playing games with everybody, and in fact it was literally just an imbalance, an insufficiency in price? And now, the same order block that you believe is going to hold to new highs doesn't hold. But why isn't it holding? Why isn't it holding? Because what we're doing is still the same thing, generating liquidity. We had a high, a low, buyers got in. A high, a low, buyers got in. A high, a low, buyers got involved, right? Buyers are getting involved here because they believe price is going up. Soon as price takes out this high, everybody believes market is reversing. Market is reversing, correct? What do we believe? We believe the market is reversing. Sorry. That's the high there. Correct? What do we believe? We believe the market is reversing. We have this high, right? We believe the market is reversing. Why would we say that the market is reversing? Because it's going to take out the structure. Right? It's going to take out the structure. But the fact that they started generating liquidity at the bottom over here tells me that that's what they're doing. This is what they're doing. They're making you believe that the market's going to go up. Right? That the market's going to go up. So we are in a situation where it's a downtrend, then all of a sudden, right? Then all of a sudden, it's an uptrend. Right? Then all of a sudden it's an uptrend. Then all of a sudden we break structure. Right? But you could see over here that they were literally still just doing the same thing. The only difference is now that the structure is now changing. So it's high, low, high, low. So what actually happened over here was just a generation of liquidity. Generated liquidity, liquidated that liquidity. Right? We then got sellers involved, sellers involved, sellers involved, sellers involved. Take out the sellers, continue taking out the previous buyers. But my biggest question was, have we been lied to this whole time that there's something called an order block? Or was it literally just insufficiency in price that needed to clear out? Because now that they've done clearing out this, they have no reason to go up. They can literally just continue going down. And this is why the order block doesn't hold. And this is why the order block will not hold. Because they have no reason to go higher. They have all this liquidity over here that they're not going to just leave behind. They're going to take it out. And then you're now going to be like, oh my gosh, this order block's going to hold. But is it an order block that is holding, or when price returns to this level, all they really did was come into some kind of insufficiency that is over here? Or on a lower time frame, like the 4 hour, that was the insufficiency over here. From here to here, we had insufficiency in price. Only sellers. So did they tap into the order block, or are they literally just tapping into an imbalance? Do the maths, guys. Or is it that order blocks are imbalance? Or order blocks create the imbalance? So now, this order block doesn't hold, but this order block holds, and we create a new low. Right? And then you're like, why did that order block hold, but this order block didn't hold? Well, it's as simple as this. After they finished cleaning out the imbalance, they had no reason to go higher. But now, you might find out that there's an imbalance sitting at this level. It's not an order block. It's just an imbalance that they need to clear out, and once they've cleared that out, they continue on their way to the actual fraction of the initial move, which was the up, the down, the up, the down, the up, the down. Get liquidity, liquidate the liquidity. Get that liquidity, liquidate the liquidity. Get that liquidity, liquidate that liquidity. Again, what is a breaker? A breaker is basically just a supply zone. Supply, right, turns into demand. Demand pushes price up to a supply zone. There needs to be a demand in order to supply. Come on, man. Like I've told you guys before, and I'm going to tell you it again. They can never manipulate structure. Never. They can never manipulate structure. But we can now say order blocks don't hold like they used to, because now they're moving in a certain way. So before this order block would hold, right? This order block would hold because after price takes out the certain imbalance, let me show you something. Once price takes out the certain imbalance, price goes up to liquidate those early sellers. Right? To liquidate those sellers. But that's not happening anymore. They're now changing the way they do things. Why? Because they have caught up. So now, price goes lower. They used to go higher. Now they're manipulating it. Now they're going lower. You understand? Because even if they went higher, and then all of a sudden, price came lower, the structure of the market hasn't changed. The structure of the market has not changed. All we're seeing is now a situation where price made a high, a low, a high, a low. And that's why they manipulated, they're starting to manipulate order blocks. Because once they clear out that imbalance, it's not an order block. Once they clear out that imbalance at the order block, they can choose to either go up or down. Now we're all used to them reversing at order blocks, and now we're not doing that anymore. Now we're guessing which order blocks are holding. Now we have to guess. Now we have to guess because now it's no longer an order block, because now we've kind of like picked up that, you know what, these guys have been lying to us, you know. At first it was working, right? But now, when they're done clearing out this imbalance, they decide, we're not going to reverse. We're going to go right through. We're not going to reverse. We used to reversing. You know, we used to going up to take out that liquidity. You know, we get a nice big move from that order block. Now all of a sudden it does this. What have they done? They haven't changed the language of the market. What have they changed? They've changed the way they operate. They've changed the way the market moves. It's the same as, I'll make an example. You out there and you trying to, you know, you've got enemies and they know how you get home every single day. They know how you get home every single day. It's an easier way to get hold of you. It's an easier way to kidnap you. It's an easier way to find you. But if you change the way you go home, it's going to baffle them. They're going to be like, oh my gosh, wait a minute, he didn't take this route. It's exactly the same thing they're doing. You understand? It's the same thing. It's the same thing that they're doing now. They're changing their routes. They're changing their routes. They're not changing the language. They still need to get home. It's just how they get home now. They still need to get home. It's just how they get home now. They're so used to everybody following them home, they now need to change how they get home. Make sense? They still need to get to their destination. They still need to take out that low. It's just how they take out that low. Everybody's been following them home. They're tired. They'll still get home. It's just a matter of changing the direction, not taking the same routes anymore. They're not taking the same route anymore. They're still going to get home, but they're not taking the same routes anymore. Am I making sense? Home is still here. Home is still here. Home is still to take out this low. They're still going to get home, but they're just not going to take the same route they used to. They're just not going to take the same route. And then you get those trend line traders that are waiting for that third touch. So you'll find out that, they're waiting for that third touch. And then what does price do? Price completely violates that third touch. Or price comes up, and then they're waiting for that third touch for price to go up. And what happens? Price violates it. So we have your trendline traders getting smacked out of the market. But also those trying to follow the market, they've changed the way they go home. They don't go home the same way anymore. Was that helpful? Did you, get something out of that? Now, if you're a trendline trader, then you're an idiot. Simple as that. They manipulated those a long time ago. You must remember that they've caught on. Why? Because everybody was using the same thing. Everybody was following them home. Everybody was following them. They are fed up. Fine. We still need to get home, but we'll just find a new method, a new way to get home. Simple as that. We still need to get home. Regardless, that's where I stay. I have to go there. I just need to find a new way to get there. so that everybody stops following me. That's how they're thinking.